Good morning and welcome to Vlogmas 12. I haven't been recording the last 2 days because basically all I've done is spent all the time on the computer. Things like admin work and buying gifts online for our children who basically all live south. They don't basically all live south. They all live south. So I spent a lot of computer time, and which is not very interesting at all. So today I'm going to get some of the fabrics washed that I've just bought because I need to get them washed and pressed before I can use them, so I might as well get them. It's going to take a few short wash cycles because they're obviously different colours and I don't want the colours to leak, so I'll be careful what I wash with what. But I also want to make sure I do it because I don't want shrinkage when I've finished a project. Also, I need to make the food my ceiling looks really strange on camera. I need to make the food gifts that I'm making this year. This year I'm not doing many. I've gone a bit overboard in the past with food gifts and I get quite burnt out by the time we get around to a few days before Christmas, and I've been working flat out. So this year I told people I wouldn't be doing many food gifts. In fact, my grandparents have requested no food gifts from any family members this year because it's just too much for them. So I am only making chocolate orange fudge and spiced caramelized pecans. This is because those are the two things of the foodie things I normally make that we really want ourselves. So I'll just make like a double batch, and then there will be some for John's parents that really like food gifts. But we're sending Orkney shop bought food gifts mostly this year, and just a couple of these foodie things. And who else going to? I've got a good friend that I usually give food things to, and so yeah, so I want to get those done today because I want Christmas all wrapped up and done, ready, so that I'm not kind of rushing around at the last minute. And they keep pretty well, both of those, so I can get those. And then John's parents' gift, everything will be together, that can be sent off. My grandparents' gift, which I showed the other day, that can be sent off. And you know, just get it done. My sons, their presents are sorted. My step children, that's John's dealing with that. So yeah, all there is left to do then is some last minute bits and pieces for John from town. You know, just like little sweetie bits and stuff that you put, you know, stocking fillers. Well, I like to do a stocking each for each other. So, but we're just, you know, like little sweets and childhood sweets, that sort of thing. So I've got that to do, but I have to go into town for that. So I'm going to get this fabric on, have something to eat even, and then I will start making the homemade goodies. So I've got out the recipes I need for the chocolate orange fudge and the spiced pecans. The chocolate orange fudge it's a recipe I cut out of a magazine actually years ago, and I adapted it. So originally it was for white chocolate and cranberry fudge, but I've made it once. It's quite nice, but the regular chocolate fudge was much more well, people liked it better basically. So I have done traditional fudge before, and I still do on occasion, but this one, it's just that little bit smoother, and it's a little bit quicker and easier to make too. So all I do for the dark chocolate orange one is I substitute out the white chocolate for dark chocolate, and I don't put in the cranberries obviously. And also white chocolate is more oily than dark chocolate, admittedly, but some of that moisture and oiliness tends to get absorbed by the dried fruit, so I don't worry too much about just substituting the dark chocolate for the white chocolate in this case. Plus you also have the butter, and you've got the evaporated milk, carnation milk. I've just written at the side the quantities I'm going to do today. I've just proportionated up the ingredients for that. And the method, if you want to find out, you'll have to kind of pause the video. So you do that bit, yeah, got it, and then you do that bit. In fact, you can see I got this out of a Tesco food magazine, but it must be, oh I don't know, 8 years, something like that ago. So that's for the fudge. So I've got all my ingredients out. Oh yeah, and to make a chocolate orange, I add just a little bit of Valencian orange, but you don't need to put this in. I also make regular plain dark chocolate fudge as well, but I got this last year after having some of the friends who she'd made some cakes, and it was really strong. I don't normally buy Dr. Edgar, but I couldn't find, well, this is the one I could find last year. It's been sitting in my pantry since I made fudge last year because flavourings last forever. But if I could get another one, there is another brand that I have of flavourings, just bear with me. There's also these ones. I have a hazelnut one here, and I think I've got a maple one as well actually. And I think you can get these in an orange too. It's just that this is the one I could get at the time. And for the pecans, the recipe is from the Autumn book by Susan Branch, Autumn from Heart of the Home. And in it she has this recipe for spiced pecans, which are supposed to be served with, I'm not sure if they're supposed to be served with something else actually, or whether they're supposed to be served on their own. But this is the one that I use for my spiced pecans, and I substitute the Mexican hot pepper sauce, which I haven't got, and I just use cayenne pepper to make them spicy, and obviously I've got salt and pepper in there. I don't usually add salt. I'm not sure why I got it out. It says in the recipe, but I don't normally add salt, maybe just a pinch. But I'll add cayenne and I'll add black pepper to those as well. So better get cooking. So I'm actually making a Sunday dinner on a Sunday, which is almost unheard of in this house actually. But here's a tip for you. If you're making Yorkshire pudding, this is my nana's recipe. So for Yorkshire pudding batter, you want a ratio of 1 ounce of plain flour to 1 egg. So depending on how many Yorkshire puddings you're making, obviously. So for, I don't know, 4 little Yorkshire puddings, 1 ounce of flour, 1 egg, and enough milk to make it the consistency of single cream, which I think in America is called half and half, maybe. The thin cream, the single cream, pouring cream. So yes, you use 1 ounce. So if you're making, obviously for a large family, you could do 4 ounces of flour, 4 eggs, and again, enough milk to make the consistency of single cream. Also, make sure your tray with your oil is hot. Although I have been known to skip that bit and it's not been hot enough. Still cooks them alright, it just means they might stick.